4 races left, and it brings us to arguably the most chaotic round of them all, the Eliminator round, featuring Martinsville, 125 laps on the short track, a new layout at Texas, at the Texas Road Course, Phoenix, to decide who will compete for the championship, and Homestead, Miami. So, drivers that made it, just to recap: Dylan Murway, Kevin Harvick, Jimmy Johnson, Jeff Gordon, Sterling Marlin, Earnhardt Jr., Kurt Busch, and Mark Martin. So, those 8 drivers, anybody who wins in any of these races, of those 8, will automatically earn a berth to Miami to compete for the championship. This round is going to get nuts. When we were last out at Martinsville, Dylan Murway pulled a bump and run on the last lap to edge Jeff Gordon for the win. Hit the night race. Today, here at Martinsville, so recap. Martinsville Speedway is the oldest short track on the circuits, with 12 degrees of banking in the corners. Today's race will pay $130,000 to the winner, so it's a bit cheaper than most races. Today, this track seats 91,000 people, and the very first race was held in 1956. Track record was set in September 2000 by Tony Stewart, and the player record, my personal record, was set in May of 2019 with Kevin Harvick. Martinsville is a very tough place to qualify, especially if you are one of these 8 chasers. So a good lap here is not just important, it's essential. Because if you start towards the bottom of the sheet, there's always that initial stack up heading into turn 1. In fact, we had 8 yellows here in the spring because of this, or 13 yellows actually. And because of this, Dylan Murway ends up 43rd on that first lap. Terrible lap for him. Arcs it down into 3. We'll come out of turn number 4. We'll take a provisional starting 39th.
Welcome once again to Martinsville, Virginia. MRN is proud to present live coverage of today's Martinsville 500. Barney, these pit crews will be busy all race long. Martinsville is known for great fender-to-fender racing.
Joe, I don't think there'll be a single car here at the end that doesn't have some damage, although oftentimes a guy who can manage to stay out of trouble all race long might get a ticket to victory lane for his effort. We'll see if that holds true when this one is all over.
The Hills Brothers Coffee Car has put together a great season so far.
Being in the top 5 is a huge boost in self-confidence. I know everyone on that team is very happy with their performance this season, and rightfully so.
Mike Skinner is towards the bottom of the points list this season.
Yeah, those guys have been working so hard this year. It's a shame it doesn't really show in points. It just seems they can't keep that car out of trouble on race day. Maybe their luck will change today.
Let's see how they'll line up for the start. Starting out front are the 2-car and the Family Pontiac. Starting in row 2 will be the Kent Miller Dodge and the Mark Martin Ford. In row 3 are the Pennzoil Chevrolet and the Citgo Ford. In row 4 are dealers UAW Dodge and the Target Dodge. Jeff Gordon, the season point leader, will begin this race in 10th. In row 6, we have the Motorcraft Ford and the Walk Power Tools Ford. Starting from row 7 will be the UPS Ford and the 37 car. In the 8th row are the 26 car and the Sprint Dodge. In the 9th row, we have the 23 car and the Interstate Batteries Pontiac. In the 10th row are the Dale Jr. Chevrolet and the America Online Chevrolet. Starting the race for row 11 are the 46 car and the Home Depot Pontiac. The 12th row has the Ganassi Racing Dodge and the M&M's Pontiac. Starting the race for row 13 will be the Dodge dealers UAW Dodge and the GM Goodrich Service Plus Chevrolet. In row 14, we have the Lowe Chevrolet and the Square D Chevrolet. Starting from row 15 will be the Van Racing Dodge and the 63 car. In the 16th row are the 5 car and the Cheerios Dodge. In the 17th row are the 98 car and the Haviland Ford. In the 18th row are the Rubbermaid Ford and the Altel Ford. Starting the race for row 19 are the 31 car and the Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet. The 20th row has the Hills Brothers Coffee Car and the Kodak Chevrolet. Starting the race for row 21 will be the Sirius Satellite Radio Dodge and the Tide Ford. And finally, starting from the rear of the field will be the UAW Delphi Chevrolet.
All right. Round of 8 begins today at Martinsville. Whoever wins in any of these 3 races will advance to Miami to fight for the championship. Highest of the 4 drivers, Mark Martin starts. The 4 chase drivers, Mark Martin will start today in 4th. Long race. Let's go. Pace car is off. Rusty Wallace and Johnny Benson lead him down. We are underway at Martinsville. Very tight in turn 1 there. You saw how slow they got hit in the corner. Dylan Murray trying to force Terry Labonte out of the way. Get by him. Get by the 55 of Hamilton. Harvick, Johnson, he's just nudging his way in there. Two laps complete. Sorry, 3 laps complete here in the Old Dominion 500 compared to how crazy the last race was with the wreck on lap 2. This is welcome, actually. Dylan Murray has went from 39th to 20th in a span of a handful of laps, and that's all from riding the bottom and just not being afraid to get physical. There's Junior forcing his way under Petty. Trying to force his way in there. Trying to force his way into the 23 Wimmer for 16th. Wimmer hits the wall. Dylan bounces off Junior. Barely, almost wrecks there. Everybody seems to figure some stuff out. Gordon getting trapped on the outside lane. Looks like he's trying to get behind up in front Todd Bodine. That seems to settle down. And Dylan trying to stick it under Gordon for the 13th position. Out front, Rusty Wallace is basically checked out after having a tough run at Talladega that got him eliminated. He still has the opportunity to cause some trouble, if you catch my drift. Rusty Wallace is so fast. He's actually almost caught the back of the field. Illinois bumping his way into from 39th nearly to 10th here. Getting to the 99 of Burton. Ooh, Burton nearly threw Dylan to the apron there. Then he's going to take 10th. And look at the damage. Dylan Norway's already getting real physical with everybody, trying to just knocking everybody out of the way. Pretty soon, everybody's car is going to probably look like this by the end of the night. Oh. Dylan Norway knocks Burton out of the way for 10th. Bump and run. Burton smacks the wall. $15 laps complete. Rusty Wallace has already caught the back of the pack right now. See, he's banging around in there. Kenseth forces his way under Elliott Sadler. And Dylan goes high. Kind of kisses the wall. And, Burton into the barriers. Wow. Hits the entrance of the tire barriers coming to pit lane. The field has taken the caution. Oof. Burton misses the barriers and gets back going. Pace car is off. Green flag back into the air. Burton already a lap down. Biffle gets shoved into Benson for 6th. So out front, it is Ward Burton leading this race, followed by Rusty Wallace, Steve Park, Mark Motton, and Jeremy Mayfield, the top 5. Oh, wow. Beat the crap out of this front bumper of this car. Dylan knocks Martin out of the way. He does the same thing in the park as well for some reason. So Ward Burton is currently your race leader with Rusty Wallace, Dylan Murway, Steve Park, and Mark Martin, the top 5. The top 4 as it stands, Dylan Murway, Mark Martin, Jeff Gordon, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. And then you got Marlin, Johnson, Bush, and Harvick. The bottom 4 that would be out if the final 4 was at Texas, which it isn't. 100 laps to go early on in the Old Dominion 500. Whoa, okay, that was big. Bad line there for Dylan Murway. He somehow shot to the apron. I'm not sure how that happened. As Dylan Murway gets into Martin. Here comes Mark Martin trying to take the lead going into 3. This is the corner. Wow, Dylan went way wide. My God. Mayfield forcing his way down. Oh, and he hits the barriers again. Another caution. And the leader will take the pace car in turn 2. Mayfield will stuff it in there and bring out the second caution. Pace car is off. Green flag back into the air. And Benson spins on the backstretch and barely gets Jeff Gordon. Wow, that was close. There's a wreck in turn 3. Benson gets spun, lands in the path of somebody. Couldn't see who it was. Oh, Kenseth hammered him. And Dale Jr. just got by that. Tell you what, Jr. just missed that. I mean, if you want to talk luck. And Biffle stuffs it again. Dylan goes wide. He will take the caution flag in 6th. A lot of damaged cars already. That definitely will do you in this time. By the way, Jeff Burton did get the free pass in that last couple cautions. Just didn't see it. Pace car is off. Green flag back into the air. Hopefully we can get some racing in. Murway puts the bumper to Dale Jarrett and comes back, takes out Sadler. And got two more cars crashing here in turn 3. Elliott gets turned. Sadler gets spun in turn 3. Elliott gets spun in turn 4. Yikes. That was interesting. Pace cars off. Green flag back into the air. Hopefully we can get some racing in. Even after the Sadler and Elliott crash. Maybe make it some green flag pit stops. Who knows? Last time we were at a short track, we had a long green flag run at the end of this race of 20 laps. Granted, things are too early to tell. But it has been done. We've had green flag racing at these short tracks. Just not a lot of it. By the way, Ward Burton is your leader. And by the way, Dylan Roy just took two cars and passed them, which ran them both over. And I don't think Rusty appreciated that one. And back to the bumper of Jarrett. Can Mark Martin do anything with Ward Burton? Dylan Rowe has just given several shots to the back of Steve Park to take third. You got to wonder how nothing has fallen off that 121 car. Honestly. $50 laps complete here in the Old Dominion 500, and it's been a fairly eventful first half. Remember, we had 13 yellows in the spring race, in the night race. There could be a chance we may have a similar scenario, as Dylan has just shoveled Mark Martin out of the way. Like, my goodness. He's going to do the same thing here to Ward Burton, and you can move Dylan Murway to the point here at Martinsville. You'll probably see somebody pit here in the next 3 laps or so. Probably 55, 56 when you'll see green flag pit stops, if we make it that long. Dylan Murway and Mark Martin fighting for the race lead. Martin trying to force his way in. Almost hits the apron. Martin to the point at Martinsville. You can move Mark Martin to the point. We have not had a non-Chevrolet driver win any race in general, playoff or not, since Dale Jarrett won it the first leg of the Daytona Tour back on the beach. That is the last time we've had that happen. And Mark Martin would like to change that.
You're not making any friends out there. Number 6. All clear back.
But Dylan Murway is out front as of right now at Martinsville. Martin looking to pass. Martin down low.
That was a great lap, buddy. Clear. Number 6. Looking high.
Martin all over the freaking place.
You're looking great from where I'm sitting. How's the car feel? Run some more like that.
Dylan Murway closing up to the back bumper of Mark Martin. So far, it looks like Dylan Murway is briefly pulling away bit by bit as we got 3 cars on pit lane. Bobby Labonte, and caution is out. Ward Burton has cut a tire. Ward Burton smacks the wall. Kurt Busch has to drive through. And see there, Ward Burton just shot dead left and hits the wall in the front stretch. Somehow that put Dylan Murway in the back. My goodness. Everybody coming down pit road. And we got his, wow, Kurt Busch, big hit. Bit of a stack up here.
Okay, you got it.
We'll see how things play out. The green flag pit stops could get wild. Several drivers leaving, several drivers entering. They came out at such a poor time. Could see a vaguely different front row.
Race car's coming out turn 4.
This could lap a lot of cars. Will Dylan beat the leader? He will. Green flag back into the air.
No one outside. Gained another spot.
By the way, the leader is Mark Martin.
You're clear. Number 5. Jump out. Contact with the front. Clear already. We gotta pick up 7 seconds. The 97 car. Jump out.
Quite a bit of damage from Ricky Rudd. That could be another caution flag.
Just remember, he owes us one now. Couple down low. Number 4.
Remember, Mark Martin is the leader, but he's starting with a ton of cars in front of him, just like what happened with him at Talladega. And it really didn't matter because Martin actually advanced.
15 car.
And it took a little bit to piece the field together.
Take it easy out there. The 28 car.
A lot of damage to Ricky Rudd's car. There for 23rd.
Let's go now. Still 7 seconds off the lead. That's one more down. The 63 car is going high. Easy on the button, buddy.
So as of right now, 37 cars are running. The drivers that have fallen out of this race. We have four. We have 3 cars that are fighting to get on the lead lap or stay. Ricky Craven, Bill Elliott, Matt Kenseth, and Ryan Newman are all out of this race. Craven, part of that Elliott and Sadler incident. Dylan Murway had to restart the tail end of the longest line for some reason. We have 39 cars still running. Kevin Harvick obviously at the back of that lead lap group. Marlon tipped into the apron, trying to get back onto the track. He's going to... And Hamilton gets turned around. Turn 3, cautions out. Looks like he collected Shane Hall. Shane Hall was the one that hit him. Pace car is off. 50 to go. Illinois forcing his way in. He's forcing himself in there. The question is, who will get the opportunity to make it into Miami? Purvis nearly turns Dylan Murway into the wall. Everybody seems to settle down for the moment. And here comes Dylan, basically shoving Steve Park in there. And, he makes a whiff on Robbie Gordon. Wow. That was big. And by almost, I mean that should have been big. Holy cow. Meanwhile, Dylan Murway trying to set up Jimmy Spencer for 10th. Still neck and neck at the line. Dylan closing to the bumper of Jeff Green. Yeah, he's definitely closing up there. Dylan forces his way under Tony Stewart, he's trying to root that gap. Trying to root him. Meanwhile, the leader right now is Steve Park. Last time he already has 1 oval win. He's looking for 2. He won that emotional win at the very first race since Senior's death back at Rockingham in 2001. He is looking for another one here, even though he is not anywhere near the playoffs. He'd love to have this win just for maybe some extra posterity going into 2003. Dylan Murray is currently the fastest car on the racetrack. He is zeroing in on that top 5. Know that yet the final 4 all in one group as of right now. Gordon, Martin, Murray, and Jr. All in order, too. Dylan trying to force his way in. Martin, whoa, it was big. Dylan forced himself in there to take 5th. And looks like he wants 4th. Third, he's going to put a bumper to Gordon for 2nd. New leader, Gordon Thoring, Dylan Murray. Jarrett takes him 3 wide. And Jarrett will get turned. Unclear who else gets into him, but another caution is out. He ran probably 20-plus laps there under green. Wallace ends up kissing Jarrett as he spins. His car's off. Sterling Marlin a lap down. Green flag. And Gordon looking to take the lead. He's going to hold up Park and take the spot going into turn 3. New leader at Martinsville. He's doing forcing his way in there on Steve Park. He drove him into the wall. Off of 2. Wallace takes 3rd. And you think Rusty Wallace remembers what that 121 car did back at Daytona on the road course? I think he does. He's got that pink 121 car that he probably wants to put in the wall. Into the wall right now. And he's basically trolling him right now, trying to catch Jeff Gordon and the lap car Sterling Marlin. Keep in mind, Marlin is a lap down. Gordon is for position. Wallace has not won this season. Looking for an opportunity to extend that winning streak of winning a race per year. Last time he won was at California in 2001, holding off Gordon, Earnhardt Jr., and Tony Stewart in the late race battle. And Kevin Harvick for some reason. .28 laps to go here at Martinsville for Jeff Gordon. These two have gotten near each other in the playoffs back at Richmond, and that made for some great racing. Oh, big look there by Dylan Murray trying to charge that corner. In fact, the more Marlin gets to these lap cars and holds up Marlin, that holds up Gordon, which in turn could allow for Dillon to strike. Could. Keyword could. By the way, we have reached 25 laps to go, which means things can get spicy. In this opening round, Dylan Murway seems to close in, and that theory is coming into fruition. Marlin closes in. Gordon has backed his pace down. But he had a bad line going into turn one. Here comes Dillon closing in on Jeff Gordon. He really ate into him in turn one. And it's working. Marlin getting held up by Gordon has allowed Dillon to basically eat into that second and a half gap by a second. And Dillon is there with 20 to go. Will he complete the pass? Remember, this is for a spot in Homestead. Dillon to the outside. Dillon crosses low, takes the lead in turn one. New leader here at Martinsville. Dylan Murway, Jeff Gordon, Rusty Wallace, the top three. Dillon with warm tires, though. He is going to have to really conserve them. That could bring Rusty into this mix. Gordon all over that 121 car. New leader at Martinsville. And caution. Debris on the racetrack. Rusty cuts a tire, ducks to pit road. Jeff Gordon will take the caution flag. Yep, Rusty slams on the brakes. He basically went straight to pit road. Rusty cuts a tire. Second time we've had somebody cut a tire off a piece of debris today. Marlin did get his lap back. Green flag back into the air. 16 laps to go. Park all over the back bumper of Dylan Murway. Dylan Murway goes wide. And Martin into the barriers in turn three. Huge hit and the first playoff driver to go by the wayside. With the problems today. Don't think he got much damage there. And he tried to force his way through, but just beating that left front end even further. Green flag. Dylan Murway forced himself into turn one. Park up the racetrack. 4 wide. For a moment, here comes Tony Stewart. Dylan forcing his way under Dale Jarrett. Man, this has just been an aggressive race today. Rusty down low, Jarrett down low for fourth. How about Kyle Petty getting in there? Yeah, that's Kyle Petty in the top 5. Last time he won, Bill Clinton was president. That was the last time you saw Petty in victory lane. Well, somebody with the name of Petty to begin with. Six-lap sprint here to decide it. Green flag. Can Gordon hold on? Gordon, Jr., Jarrett, Petty, and Murway, the top five. Dylan, he misses the corner. 4 laps to go. All right, 5 to go, I'm sorry. Dylan is going to get to him. Yet 3 chasers in the top 3. Mark Martin with a problem. He is currently on the outside looking in. Dylan forces his way in. Moves Junior. Dylan Murway think he's going to go for the Martinsville sweep? I think so. 4 laps to go. Tires are gone on that 121 car. Brakes are gone. Everything's gone. It don't matter. By the way, Ward Burton has pulled onto pit road with an engine problem. Dylan Murway is pushing Jeff Gordon. Moves him up the racetrack. Dylan gets into Gordon. Gordon with a crossover. Gordon to the back bumper. Dylan with a big move. That brought Junior back into this. 2 laps to go at the line. I think we'll barely give that one to Dylan Murway. Dylan with an aggressive block. Gordon slams into the wall. Here comes Earnhardt Jr. 2 to go. Junior forcing his way in there on the apron. Dylan with the bumper. White flag here at Martinsville. Dylan, can he clear him? Gordon, still neck and neck. He's going to send it. He's going to pinch. He's going to pinch him. Gordon hits the apron. Dylan misses the corner. And Jeff Gordon is going to be free to Miami with a win today at Martinsville. What a finish here today in the Old Dominion 500.
I really don't know why we had so many. Just one of those races, I guess.
The Hills Brothers coffee car got into some trouble and did some damage to his car.
Well, Joe, they're bound to have bad days in this NASCAR Winston Cup Series. The key is having a team that can put everything back together and continue forward at the same time. These guys will be fine.
We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast of NASCAR Winston Cup Racing on MRN, the voice of NASCAR.
Wow. What a finish. Last second, Gordon missed. Dylan overdrove turn 3, allowing Jeff Gordon to basically make it to Miami stress-free. So, top 10. Jeff Gordon, Dale Jarrett, Dylan Murway, Earnhardt Jr., Kyle Petty with a great run today, Tony Stewart 6th, Jeff Green 7th, Robbie Gordon 8th, Johnny Benson 9th, and Steve Park 10th. 11 caution flags for 25 laps, 13 lead changes, race took an hour, average speed 59 miles an hour, and the margin of victory was almost a tenth of a second, or a full second. So, 13 lead changes among 7 drivers. Drivers that fell out of the race: Ryan Noonan, Matt Kenseth, Bill Elliott, and Ricky Craven. Ward Burton finished 3 laps down with the blown motor late. Jeff Gordon advances to Miami with a win today here at Martinsville. And that right there, the next stop this season in the chase. So, awards for this race before we move to the Texas Roval. So, Rusty Wallace won the pole. Jeff Gordon led the most laps. Dylan Murway passed the most cars. Bobby Labonte had the fastest lap. Dylan Murway was the best rookie. And Steve Park made the best pass of the race. Dylan Murway actually passed Jimmy Johnson in the Rookie of the Year standings. And 17 drivers have won poles this season. Chevrolet has basically taken the Manufacturers' Championship. And Dylan Murway has a 4-lap lead over Jeff Gordon in the Lap Champion Award. 3 races left in the season, 2 races left in the round of 8. Gordon is already through to Miami. The biggest wild card yet is up next.